Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namah. Greetings to everyone world over, all our brothers and sisters, those are fond of travel, tourism, hospitality, aviation, service industry. Hearty welcome to first chapter of Rethinking Tourism. Yesterday, on the occasion of World Teachers' Day, that is by the United Nations, our chamber launched research and compilation, which is done by Chitra Kapoor and myself together. Both of us, we had put in, there is rethinking tourism post-pandemic, how it's going to be. There are 15 chapters of this particular compendium. We are going to discuss all the 15 chapters with you. This book is available online. You can go to icsiindia.in. The web portal is icsiindia.in. You can download free of cost the entire book, all the 15 chapters from there. It's your product, it's your services. We are for the customer delight and amazing the customer. Rethinking tourism. Let's talk about chapter 1, tourism, products and services. Now, what exactly tourist is looking forward to? लोग किसी जगह क्यों जाते हैं? Why people travel? What do they want? What exactly drives them to visit a particular place? When we think about it, when we talk about it, all the stakeholders, those are in tourism. Whether you're educator, your counselor, your teacher, your trainer, your coach, your mentor, you're a travel trade person, you are a tourist transport person, you're a tourist guide, anybody, we all are dream merchants. हम सपने बेचते हैं. सपने वो जो सोते हुए नहीं आते, सपने वो जो सोने नहीं देते. So let's talk about rethinking tourism. So ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about chapter 1, tourism products and services, let's refocus, let's reboot, let's revive, let's survive, let's thrive, let's drive, and let's take tourism forward. मुझे थोड़े वक्त पहले ही अभी पता लगा कि आज दिल्ली के अंदर जितने भी हॉस्पिटैलिटी के स्टूडेंट्स और टीचर हैं होटल मैनेजमेंट के, they had a tourism, hotel tourism, hospitality marathon. Wonderful, unique idea. They all were together. They ran for hospitality. Great. It's something very nice. And it recalls me back, way back in 1995, when Chandigarh, the city beautiful, had for the first time a run for tourism from Rock Garden to Sukna Lake. And the DG Tourism, Government of India, along with the Secretary Tourism Chandigarh, they basically flagged off that particular journey. कुछ भी नया, कुछ भी unique, कुछ भी innovative, कुछ भी creative. If you package it well, people will buy, people have money, people want to travel, people have passion to travel. Let's think and rethink tourism once again. So while rethinking tourism, today we'll be talking in the chapter 1, tourism, products and services. On behalf of International Chamber for Service Industry, we extend a very warm welcome to all our brothers and sisters across the globe in different countries, because tourism is everybody's baby. Everybody wants to travel. Certain countries are exclusively dependent on tourism, and some other countries, they earn a lot of foreign exchange, they've got employment, they've got infrastructure development, they've got economic multiplier, lots of things are taking place. So welcome to the Chamber of ICSI. We'll keep sharing with you all the services vertical, and nowadays we are talking about travel and tourism industry. Ladies and gentlemen, our chamber is a link between India and non-resident Indian diaspora which has gone abroad. We are proud of them because they are linked with us, and at the same time, the corporate, wherever they are, they can do a lot. One of the recommendations we would like to make, to do the hand-holding of travel and tourism industry, something unique has to be thought of, because entire budget, foreign exchange in India can be taken care of by tourism industry alone. India has got so much of rich culture and diversity. All the seasons, all the climatic conditions. You've got mountains, you've got snow, you have got summer, you have got coastal, you have got everything in this country. It requires repackaging. We all got to rethink. and the tourism professionals, those are into travel and tourism industry, I wish to share with all of you. Way back in 1990, there was an idea. If there is IAS, there is IFS, there is IPS, why not there should be ITS, Indian Tourism Service? Let's move on. I'm grateful to Shri B.K. Goswamiji, former Secretary Tourism, Government of India. Lot to learn from him, along with Shri S.K. Mishra ji, Ramesh Chandra ji, Vinod Duggal ji, Sanjay Kothari ji. All these people, there was so much to pick up and learn from them. Early 90s, I'm talking about. And that is the time when we drafted India's first MBA tourism program. And I still recall how I had gone from the Ministry of Tourism to Kurukshetra University, Himachal University, Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya, that is in Indore. Then I had gone to Jodhpur. And when I look back in the journey, ladies and gentlemen, there's so much which has been done in tourism. UGC should consider very carefully, why not? And this goes for NCERT also. When we are making the textbooks, I would like to make a request to Professor Saklani ji, the director for NCERT and the chairman of the National Council for Teacher Education, along with the member secretary NCTE, why domestic tourism should not be integral part of education ecosystem. Why do we teach it separately? We will discuss it a little later. Way back in 2001, our chamber took initiative, and for the first time in India, to get all the teachers, educators, professors, lecturers, and everybody whosoever is in the fraternity ecosystem of tourism, we got Forum of Educators and Scholars of Tourism way back in 2001. The only thing is, it has been recoined now because Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India, when it came, now it is Forum of Educators and Skill Providers for Tourism, because the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, took an initiative that why not there should be a skill ministry, skills, competencies, capabilities. When we talk about all that, so your entrepreneurship, your startups and all that, we are going to discuss in the subsequent chapters. Today, let's talk about the first chapter, Rethinking Tourism. We are listing out all the 15 chapters for you. We will be covering up in next 15 days. We will be meeting 8 p.m. every day in the evening. I'm grateful to all the people, those have posted their views. Vidhi Jaiswal ma'am, thank you very much. Democratic Panel EDMC, thank you. Mohit Chaudhary, thank you. Thereafter comes Student Queries Group all the way from the Northeast, thank you. Thereafter we have got Ajay Kundal, thank you. And then we have got Sakshi Chauhan from Uttarakhand, thank you. Then we have got Mitali Sahu, thank you. And then we have got another group. This is coming all the way from United States. Great, thank you very much, Students Group. Thanks for joining us. It's a great pleasure. Rethinking Tourism Post-Pandemic. Now, this particular series, what we are covering for next 15 days, it's for the vocational education. You can take it up in school, you can take up in college, you can take up in university. It's a capacity building for teachers also. We all got to shake up and we got to wake up, because if we do not change with the times, if we do not adopt technology, if we do not, because speed, technology is changing so fast that we got to keep a pace with that. Otherwise, the courses, the curriculum, the content, everything will become obsolete and obsolescent. So thereby, we got to be taking care of that. Incredible India. Wow. Welcome to India, Incredible India. My deep gratitudes and thanks to Amitabh Kanji, the former CEO of Niti Aayog and presently taking care of the G20. He had a vision. He had the niche, he had the desire and the passion to promote tourism in India. An Incredible India campaign during his tenure, along with Mr. Vinod Duggal and all others, it took such a wonderful quantum jump. I'm not getting into the statistics. It is only for the academicians. You can see it later because this program is going live on the YouTube. Kindly see what was the scenario with regard to employment, foreign exchange, how many people traveling, how much is inbound tourism, how much is domestic tourism. We have taken the whole scenario for the world as well as for India. So travel is a beautiful train which is taking you beautiful journey which you can enjoy. Now, post-pandemic scenario, when we talk about, things are recovering, things are moving ahead. People have a desire and a wish to travel. Now, they would like to travel to different places wherever they can. Meanwhile, let me say, Mohan, thank you very much for joining. Good evening and hearty welcome. Oh, this is Dr. Mohan Gunti. He is joining us from Cambodia. He's the tourism advisor. What a person. I met him when I visited Cambodia. He is weaving the entire ASEAN country together. Let me tell you, Dr. Mohan Gunti, that this year, 2022, is India ASEAN tourism, and we can say economic collaboration, because we are celebrating, our partnership with India and ASEAN in 2022. It's a big celebration and a jubilation which is going on. Share with all your friends in Southeast Asia. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the climax and the most important slide so far, whatsoever I have shown you, what all tourism comprises of. It has got art, craft, handloom, heritage, culture, cuisine, dances, music, costume, language, flora and fauna, wildlife, natural resources, man-made resources, forest, deserts, mountains, climate, rivers, lakes, cruise, destination, rural, urban, semi-urban, farms, agriculture, and architecture, caves, fairs and festivals, sports, island, coastal plains, beaches, sea, ocean, pilgrimage, temples, infrastructure which is there for tourism, accommodation, transportation, amenities, souvenir, handicraft, what you buy. But of course, it is very important. We got to provide safety and security, and we got to take a lot of hygienic, kind of a sanitation and cleanliness. All that is very important. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a partnership between a government and a private sector. Nobody alone can flourish. Let there be a policies, let there be a plans. Unless the private sector is not taken along and given the due incentive, encouragement, and upliftment, the tourism cannot flourish. दोनों हाथों से ताली बजती है, एक हाथ से ताली नहीं बजती है. So, देखो अपना देश, travel to 15 places in India. The Honorable Prime Minister of India has given the vision. Why don't you travel to Northeast part of India? 8 beautiful states. And if you travel to Northeast, you can travel to ASEAN also. If you cross from the Manipur, the last station, More, you can travel Myanmar. You can go to Laos. You can go to Cambodia. You can see all the other countries which are there. What I wish to share, but at the same time, अपना देश भी तो देखो अपना देश. कम से कम 15 जगह आपको ट्रैवल करना है within your own country. Go and enjoy the places, see the places. I'm so grateful to basically Indian Army and the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, because I was the first Indian Army officer while being in the uniform to move on deputation to the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, to work on all desks, all departments with everybody, an entire team which were there to support. I still recollect all of them. My colleague G. Kanjilal and Ranjan Lahiri and Mr. Sardana, Mr. Arya, and a couple of other people of 1990. But of course, it was the patronage of S.K. Mishra ji, B.K. Goswami ji, Sanjay Kothari ji, and then of course, a couple of other people, Ramesh Chandra ji also, I would like to recall. Now, tourism products levels. You've got core products, you have convenient products, you've got supportive and ancillary products, and you have got value addition products. You can see it yourself. See, everything is available. Time has gone. When teacher was standing on the blackboard, there was only one source of information. Now there is a bombardment of information. Nobody should share too much of information. It is all available. This particular lecture, you can see it on the YouTube. It's going live. Now, what could be the tourism product and services? Each and every one, ladies and gentlemen, जो थ्री व्हीलर वाला है, जो गोलगप्पे वाला है, जो खोंचे वाला है, जो चाट पकौड़ी वाला है, जो कुलचे छोले वाला है, और जो छोटे से ढाबे और रेस्टोरेंट और आपकी फूड ऑन व्हील्स वाला है, और चाहे आपका होटल है, कोई किसी को भी ले लीजिए, कोई आपकी फिरकी बेच रहा है, कोई आपको डॉल्स बेच रहा है, कोई आपको सोविनियर दे रहा है, कुछ भी आप ले लीजिए, everything is connected directly or indirectly with tourism. Tourism seeps in to all the sectors of economy. There is nothing which is not a part of it. Now, I'm grateful to my friend with whom I started quite a bit of journey initially, 1994. He was that time the professor in Purdue University. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to understand services marketing, if you want to understand hospitality marketing, you must go through the YouTube programs and you must see the books of Professor Alistair Morrison. He's a legend of global tourism and hospitality industry. It was a treat and it was a pleasure. We always used to talk about 3 A's of tourism. Then we came to 5 A's of tourism. Then we came to 7 A's of tourism. And he brought 10 A's of tourism: awareness, attractiveness, availability, access, appearance, activities, assurance, appreciation, action, accountability. All 10, he says, are 10 A's of successful tourism destination. Destination. That means जिस जगह पर आप जा रहे हैं. So Professor Alistair Morrison, it was a pleasure the other day to exchange the notes with you. God bless you. You're a wonderful soul. You're doing amazing work. I wish to have you soon with us. The moment you return to your place, because you're traveling at this point of time, we will bring you over here to share your vision. So, ladies and gentlemen, India is a vast country, vast culture, vast heritage. There's so much being offered. And I'm grateful to Jitendra Rathore ji also. आज तो ये भी ज्वाइन कर गए हैं, इनका भी बहुत बहुत आभार है. Ajay Kundal ji, thank you very much. Student queries, thank you very much. Vidhi ma'am, thank you very much. All the other dignitaries, those are joining over here. Now let me take you to different parts of India. We are talking about tourism products and services. So when we talk about tourism products, let's take an example. How is North India? How is the serenity of the mountains, the beautiful, and Chandigarh, serene, green, clean, neat, beautiful city. My backdrop is that of the rock gardens you'll enjoy, because that's my parent city where I belong to, and I'm proud of that city because Chandigarh is calling, and do visit Chandigarh whenever you get a time. Heritage and culture, spiritual tourism, ecotourism, wildlife tourism, MICE, that is your conferences, convention, trade fair and exhibition, medical tourism, soft adventure. The entire area of Northern India offers a lot. Welcome to Southern India. Ayurveda, yoga, going to temples, spiritual tourism, pilgrimage tourism, heritage tourism, beach tour, backwaters, adventure, wildlife, cruise, and of course, culture and traditions. And of course, wedding tourism is also shaping up nowadays quite a bit. Let's move to the western part of India. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, what a beautiful places in the western part of India adore to ethnic beauty and cultural values. We are something very amazing. Let's travel to east part of India when you want to feel the art, craft, handicraft, culture, something all amazing. And then of course, with UP, Bihar, all those places, Buddham, Saranam, Gachami, there are more than 500 million people. Those are following Buddhism world over. So ladies and gentlemen, Buddha, lot being related to India, and particularly this part when we take into consideration. Now, I would like to stop for a while because somewhere some black spot is coming, which has been told me. Let me go through once again and I join with you once again. Let's see if it is there or not. Okay, so I was talking about Buddhism. Do travel to Sarnath. Go to couple of other places which we have got. You've got Gaya, Bodh Gaya, and then of course you have got Kushinagar. You have got a couple of other places of Buddhism. Do visit, do enjoy, do see those places. Let me travel further and I will take you now, which is next to my heart. Next birth, I am going to be born over here. Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Assam, Meghalaya, and Sikkim. Wow, what a beauty. What a humbleness. If you want to see softness, courtesy, manners, gesture, body language, personality, communication, and people befitting for service industry, ladies and gentlemen, this is something what we have got from the northeast part of India. Those of us who have not traveled, please do travel, do visit northeast part of India, and you will be surprised to know if I share with you, जो आपके medicinal plants हैं, जो आपका आयुर्वेदा है, उसके मैक्सिमम आयुर्वेदा के जो प्लांट्स हैं, उनके हर्बल प्लांटेशन इज अवेलेबल इन नॉर्थ ईस्ट. जब आप फॉरेस्ट कवर की बात करते हैं, इको टूरिज्म की बात करते हैं, नेचर टूरिज्म की बात करते हैं, आपको पता है कि कोयला मूवी की शूटिंग जो है वो अरुणाचल प्रदेश में हुई थी. जब शाहरुख खान एक्टिंग कर रहे थे और ऋतिक रोशन जी सीख रहे थे अपने पिताजी से कि फिल्म कैसे बनती है, क्या होता है. So Koila was shot in Arunachal. A lot of movies have been done. We will talk about Northeast separately. It's a paradise unexplored, and the Honorable Prime Minister of India has given the vision that not look east policy, rather act east policy. So we would like to work very closely with the Asean from the northeast part of India. When we further proceed, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to share with all of you, let me recheck over here also, what exactly is there, the Zoom. Okay. When I talk about Central India, Royal Cultural Landscape, there is a lot being offered. And I also learned with a pleasure that recently Madhya Pradesh Tourism Department, along with their minister and secretary, they all visited Cambodia. And now they plan to go to Singapore. Something fantastic. Mr. Shukla ji, it was such a pleasure to meet you in Hotel Lee Meridian in Delhi at Ajay Gupta's function, which was the first soft opening post-pandemic. And that was the first event where you have given the awards in the evening. Thank you. Your Madhya Pradesh movies were fantastic, which you had shown. Now, tourism supply chain. Who are the suppliers? Now, the people, those are engaged in tourism, we got to adapt technology every day. We got to understand whatever segment we are from, whether we are travel agents or tour operator or tourist transporter or tourist excursionist, or we are for inbound tourism or outbound tourism or domestic tourism, whatever is there, you got to be taking care of it. The entire supply chain has to understand we have to rethink tourism. We have to repackage tourism. It's not going to be what it used to be earlier. Let me also convey my deep gratitude to Mithali Sahu. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. And Shambhunath Dograji, thank you very much. I'm grateful to you. You're joining from Northeast. Great. I'm proud of it. Next birth, I'm going to be born in Northeast. Now, tourism economic multiplier. Very simple. आपके पास 100 रुपया है, आप 100 रुपया खर्च करते हैं, आप 100 रुपए से कुछ चीजों का इस्तेमाल करते हैं, आप कहीं कहीं कोई खाना खाते हैं, कहीं 3 व्हीलर लेते हैं, कहीं आप कोई मॉन्यूमेंट देखते हैं, वो पैसा कितनी बार हाथ चेंज करता है? How many times that rupee, how many times that dollar changes the hand? That is basically in a simple way called economic multiplier. So ladies and gentlemen, tourism is the third largest exporter from India today. And I can vouch for it. अगर टूरिज्म को ठीक से पैकेज किया जाए, टूरिज्म को ठीक से डेवलप किया जाए और टूरिज्म की ठीक से मार्केटिंग की जाए, we can set aside all the balance trade, whatever has to be done, and it can take number 1 position as far as foreign exchange earnings are concerned. But we got to be taking the entire hospitality industry, tourism industry, जिन लोगों ने pandemic में suffer किया है, those have lost their business, those have lost their ventures. We got to do the hand holding for them. they got to be re-equipped, they got to be pulled up, they got to be taken care of. So ladies and gentlemen, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India is taking lots of initiative. It's a pleasure, and we are really proud that Mr. Reddy, the Honorable Union Minister for Tourism, Secretary Tourism, Government of India, and his entire team is putting in lots of efforts. हम लोग तो 1990 से टूरिज्म के बोर्ड का ख्वाब देख रहे, क्योंकि 1988 के अंदर ये आइडिया आया था कि डिफरेंट मिनिस्ट्रीज इकट्ठी एज ए कोर ग्रुप काम करें, एंड दे ऑल शुड वर्क. सो इफ इट इज कमिंग ट्रू नाउ, our best wishes and compliment. We wait for that particular day. Now, let's talk about case study. It should not be theoretical. Teachers, I would request you, make your subject interesting, make your subject stimulating, make your subject rewarding, make your subject joyful. अरे थ्योरी तो किताबों में लिखी है, गूगल बाबा के पास सब कुछ है. बच्चों को आपसे अब इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं चाहिए. हाउ कैन यू डू वैल्यू एडिशन? आप नई चीज क्या देख सकते हैं? और अगर आप टीचर हैं टूरिज्म के, तो मैं आज आपको ठोक बजा के बोलना चाहता हूं, you are a co-learner. I am also a co-learner. We learn from students. Start accepting it. And we would like to make a request. New Education Policy 2020 which has come, चाहे हम वोकेशनल एजुकेशन की बात करें, चाहे हायर एजुकेशन की बातचीत करें, चाहे स्कूल एजुकेशन की बात करें, चाहे टेक्निकल एजुकेशन की बातचीत करें, स्टूडेंट शुड आल्सो बी द पार्ट ऑफ फार्मिंग सिलेबस. They should be the integral part. Corporate sector should also be invited. It should not be the kingdom of only those are in education, academic, theoretical ecosystem. Let's take practical. क्योंकि अल्टीमेटली बच्चों ने ट्रेड में जाना है. ट्रेड बोलता है कि हमें बच्चे फिनिश प्रोडक्ट नहीं मिलते. अगर ट्रेड को फिनिश प्रोडक्ट नहीं मिलते, and if we don't wake up, the trade will open their own schools, colleges and training centers, and they would say कि अगर ये ट्रेन नहीं कर रहे हैं तो हम डायरेक्ट ले लेते हैं. Why should we go to these institutions? So thereby it's a wake up call, and it's a shake up call which I would like to share. Let's talk about more case studies. Okay. Today, I'm going to take a case study of Northeast and Asean collaboration 2022. We all are celebrating together with ASEAN. And during this entire year, India's external affairs ministers, union external affairs ministers, state ministers, and a couple of other people, including, I also recall and recollect that the union state education minister also held a meeting with the ASEAN delegation, and with all of them, what could be done in education collaboration. So can we do joint research? Can we have faculty coordination? Can we have networking? Can we have exchange of faculty? Can we have student exchange? Can Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, give little more push through ICCR, Indian Council for Cultural Relation, to get more youth, more teacher, more people to come to India, and vice versa from India, and particularly from the northeast part of India, we should give a chance to children to travel to ASEAN countries. Let them go to Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Brunei, and of course, beautiful Vietnam. All the 10 countries are amazing. If you have not traveled, do travel. So today we are taking a case study basically of India, ASEAN, and over here, I'm focusing on Singapore. Can you think? Small tapu, small island, how this island, oh my God, how have they transformed themselves? How much money, what percentage of the GDP do they spend on education? How have they maintained greenery all around? How have they got their water management services? I recall Mr. Anil Manocha, our advisor and our chairperson for the water management strategies from Singapore, who is for our chamber. He gave an idea. He told there is no shortage of water. There's a mismanagement of water. And that's why we always say all the time, there's a shortage of water, shortage of water. Go back, study yourself. On our chamber itself, if you go to the YouTube channel, ICSI India, take out a case study of water management of Singapore, and you will be able to know किस तरीके से छोटी छोटी किश्तियां गंदे पानी में चलती थी, and how are they recycling, how are they managing, what exactly wonders are they doing. Look at it. I'm proud of Karan Singh Thakralji also, who was president for our chamber from Singapore, Thakral group of companies, and he gave so much of vision and he brought so much of proud to all of us in this chamber. Can you remember a movie of 2006 that is called Krish? It was shot in Singapore. Ladies and gentlemen, Singapore Tourism Promotion Board, they paid the money to Rakesh Roshanji for shooting and making this entire movie in Singapore. And thereafter, can you imagine how much was the tourist traffic to that particular country from India as an outbound tourism? We got to learn a lot from each other. This particular book, which we have designed, the compilation, what we have done, research and compilation, it is basically, we are grateful to all the dignitaries, those have done so much of homework, and that's why we've given the credit to everybody, whosoever has given the flow charts, programs and everything. This book is for vocational education. It is for schools. It is for colleges. It is for universities. It's for polytechnics. It's for ITIs. I would also request Dr. Punya from the AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education, because I still feel very proud. AICTE on their vertical, down below, if you see on their opening page, under the education title, they've got a finishing school, and that is the concept which we gave to earlier the Ministry of HRD and now Ministry of Education, when the RUSA policy was made, Rashtriya Uchitar Shiksha Abhiyan, that there should be a concept of finishing school. Let's focus on personality enhancement. Let's focus on communication skills, creativity, curiosity, collaboration, and also critical thinking, analytical thinking, logical thinking, positive thinking all the time. So, ladies and gentlemen, this book will give you skills, development plans, you will have training sessions, you will have knowledge, you will have lots of case studies. Next 15 days, we are going to have lots of case studies with you. With these words, we just close today's session. And finally, I would like to say, whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, said by Napoleon Hill way back in 1907. Let's come together for tourism. Let's make education and skills relevant. If all of us, we work together, there is no question that tourism doesn't get revived at the earliest, and we all move ahead. Tomorrow, we will be taking the second chapter, 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. Again, we would meet. We would talk about COVID-19, economic and environmental impacts of tourism. 1.2K, 1,200 people, those have joined us for this program today. I'm grateful to all of you from the world over. So it's a green morning, it's a green afternoon, it's a green evening. And before we call off today, I always believe in music. Music brings a lot of happiness. 1994, we designed Chandigarh tourism song. We are going to play it for you. Let's enjoy it together.
तावीर नेहरू के ख्वाबों की है ये बगिया महकते गुलाबों की है ये शहर है एक भारत की पहचान ये जन्नत चंडीगढ़ एक नया शहर है नित प्रगति के भारों का कितना सुंदर मेले यहाँ कुदरत के शोक नजारों का चंडीगढ़ एक नया शहर है नित प्रगति के धारों का कितना सुंदर मेले यहाँ कुदरत के शोक नजारों का कितना सुंदर मेले यहाँ कुदरत के शोक नजारों का
I hope you all enjoyed this beautiful song. That was something amazing because Chandigarh is a beautiful city. Do visit us. Now, finally, before we close today's first chapter, I wish to share with all of you, post-pandemic, it's going to be sustainable tourism, green tourism, and we all got to see about it. We got to think about it. What kind of a tourism are we packaging? And at the same time, it's going to be touchless. It's going to be technology based. So we got to taste tourism with technology the best possible way. Yesterday was the Happy World Teachers Day and Rethinking Tourism Post-Pandemic. We launched the compendium for you, the book for you. I'm grateful to the entire team and very especially to Madam Chitra Kapoor, Ajay Kundal, Habung Asha, and all other dignitaries. Those are the part of this particular journey. So ladies and gentlemen, do not wait. Go to the ICSI website, icsiindia.in, and right on the home page, the first thing what you will see over there, click, just download the book for yourself and enjoy. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. yet with another episode.